Let's answer our handouts. Let's answer our handouts. Let's go to number 1. Okay, which of the following has no power to impose taxes? A. Provinces, yes. B. Cities, yes. C. Municipalities, yes. Barrios, no. Should be barangays, okay? Dog for number 1. Number 2, where does the local tax authority emanate from? Yung power to tax. Letter A, legislature. B, Supreme Court. C, executive. D, Sanggunian. We know it's letter D, Sanggunian. So again, yung counterpart of Congress sa national government. Sa local government natin, it's Sanggunian. So dog for number 2. Number 3, which of the following is not a fundamental principle of taxation? A, it must be uniform within the territorial jurisdiction. Yes, uniformity. B, each LGU shall, as far as practicable, evolve a progressive system. So kaya tayo naka-percentages, no? 50% of 1%, etc. C, it must not be unjust, excessive, oppressive, or confiscatory. Yes. Letter D, collection of taxes or local taxes can be delegated to any private person. Incorrect. Okay? It cannot be delegated to any private person. So basically, yung collection yan and imposition yan, dapat sa LGU yan. Okay? Dog for number 3. Number 4, when may an LGU adjust local taxes? So take note, this should be every 5 years. Okay, it's dog, every 5 years. Number 5, this doctrine is when the national government opts to tax a particular area, it impliedly withholds from the local government the delegated power to tax the same. So yung rule natin, class, isa sa mga limitations of the LGUs, hindi sila pwede mag-impose ng national taxes. Tama? Local taxes lang pwede nilang i-impose. Now, on the other hand, kapag ang ginawa ng national government, nag-impose siya ng tax. For example lang, si national government nag-impose siya ng real property tax. So, hindi na pwedeng i-impose yun ng LGU. Gets? So, yun yung sinasabi sa number 5. Ang tawag natin dyan, doctrine of preemption. Letter B. Number 6, at present, the law governing taxation of real property in the Philippines is, we know it's letter B, the Local Government Code of 1991. Number 7, which of the following is not one of the guiding principles or fundamental principles, okay, of real property tax regarding the appraisal assessment levy collection? A, real property shall be appraised at its current fair market value. Yes. B, real property shall be classified for assessment purposes on the basis of its actual use. Hindi yung intention, okay? It's the actual use. Letter C, real property shall be assessed on the basis of a uniform classification. Yes. Meron tayong 6 classifications: residential, agricultural, commercial, industrial, mineral, and timberland. Okay? So we have 6. And letter D, actually D yung sagot dito. No? The appraisal and assessment of real property shall be based on audited FS. Hindi. It shall be based on the LGU's assessment. Okay? Dog for number 7. Number 8, which real property is subject to real property tax? Actually, may enumeration tayo dito, class, diba? Yung mga exempt from real property tax, meron tayong 5. Okay? Letter A, real property machineries actually directly exclusively used by local water districts. Yung fourth natin dito, class, machineries na used by local water districts. And for water and yung mga generation of electrical power, exempt yan from RPT. So yung A natin is exempt. Letter B, real property owned by cooperatives. So we know, isa din siya sa list natin, exempt from RPT, cooperatives. Machineries for pollution control and environmental protection. Doon din siya sa yung last item sa list natin na exempt from RPT is yan. Letter D yung sagot natin dito, class. Real property used for cultural, scientific, medical purposes. Wala yan sa listahan natin na exempt from RPT, therefore subject as RPT. Dog for number 8. For number 8. The real property tax to be imposed, dog yung sagot natin, 1% sa province, okay, 2% for city. Letter D for number 9. Number 10, which of the following is not one of the special levies on real property? Special assessment? Yes, ito siya. Yung special assessment tax. Okay. B, ad valorem tax on idle land. Yes, the idle land tax. Letter C, special education fund, yung SEF natin. Lahat yan yung mga additional taxes on real property. Dog yung sagot natin dito. Transfer tax on transfer of real property ownership. Yung dog na yan yung una natin sa business tax. Tama? Tax on real property transfer. Business tax yan, hindi yan property tax. Gets? Okay. Dog for number 10. Let's go to number 11. Speaking of idle land. Statement 1. An idle land, ito yung definition of idle land, subject to idle land tax. An idle land is an agricultural land, okay, with more than 1 hectare in area, half of which remains uncultivated. So kaya sinabi ko dito, 1/2 remains unutilized or uncultivated. Okay? Except agricultural land with perennial crops with at least 50 trees and those used for grazing. So FYI, yan yung definition of idle land. That's correct. For statement 1, it's true. Statement 2, an idle land is a land in the city or municipality. So pwede rin, pwedeng agricultural, pwede rin yung nasa city or municipality. More than 1,000 square meters in area, 1/2 of which remains unutilized or unimproved. That's also true. Statement 3 is also true. The special levy on idle lands applies to any classification of land, be it residential, commercial, agricultural. So lahat yan true. Answer natin is letter C. 3 of the above statements are true. Number 12, Mr. X bought a piece of land in Manila in 2021 whereby he discovered that it has unpaid real property taxes for year 2020. Which of the following is correct? Okay, tingnan natin yung choices. A, Mr. X is liable to real property because he assumed responsibility carried from previous owner. B, Mr. X is liable to real property because he is the new owner. C, Mr. X is not liable because real property or realty tax attaches upon the property. It is a property itself which is liable. Actually, best answer dito class is dog. Letter D, Mr. X is not liable because real taxes attached to the property. Okay, and are chargeable against the person who had actual or beneficial use and possession of it regardless of whether or not he is the owner. General rule lang natin, kung sino yung property owner, siya yung magbabayad ng real property tax. Pero in this case, kung sino merong actual or beneficial use, okay, actually yung rule natin dito yung sa January 1, tama? Of each year, doon nag-a-accrue yung real property taxes. Best answer for number 12 is dog. Letter D. Let's go to number 13. A power generation company with principal office in Davao City acquired and operated a factory in Quezon City. The company also established an administrative office in Mandaluyong. This administrative office does not generate sales orders, nor does it receive collection from sales. Which of the three offices shall be liable for local business tax? So, quick review lang class dun sa situs of our local taxes. So, nasa yung situs natin? Nasa baba. Ano class ulit yung mga scenarios natin? So, basically, if meron kang branch or outlet, yung situs mo, kung nasa, yung LGU, kung nasaan yung branch or outlet mo. Tama? Kung wala kang branch or outlet, kung nasaan naman yung principal office mo. Okay? If hiwalay na LGU yung branch and office, 30% sa office, 70% dun sa branch or outlet. Okay? Ganun yung rule. Now, tingnan natin dito class. Yung office nasa Davao. Yung branch or factory nasa Quezon City. Okay? Ngayon, ignore mo yung administrative office. Okay? Principal office dapat. So, yung nasa Mandaluyong, hindi siya magmamatter. That's why answer dito class, letter C. Office in Davao and in Quezon City. Okay? So, yung sa Davao, 30%. Sa Quezon City, 70%. Number 14, so C for number 13. Number 14, a municipality may levy an annual ad valorem tax on real property, such as land, building, machinery, and other improvements, only if. So, class, kanina ulit yung right to impose RPT sa provinces, cities, and municipalities within Metro Manila. Okay, sagot dito class, pag municipality ka, dapat nasa Metro Manila ka. Okay, letter C for number 14. The real property is within the Metro Manila area. Okay. Number 15. So, hindi lahat ng municipality sa buong Philippines, dapat nasa Metro Manila. Gets? Okay. 15. ABC Colleges, a stock educational institution organized for profit, decided to lease for commercial use a 1,000 square meter portion of its school. Okay? The school actually directly and exclusively used the rents for the maintenance. Okay? Of its school buildings, hindi talaga para sa students or para dun sa well, basically for the maintenance to, okay? Including payment of janitorial services. Is the leased portion subject to real property tax? Answer dito is letter C. Yes, since the leased portion is not actually directly exclusively used for educational purposes. Hindi naman for educational. Ang ginawa dito, for maintenance ng building and for janitorial. Hindi educational, okay? So letter C for number 15. Okay, number 16, the assessment level of agricultural land in a city should be approved by the Sangguniang Panlungsod in an ordinance in which the rate is pag agricultural, ano yung class? Dapat kabisado nyo yung naka-highlight dito. Pag agricultural, it's ilang percent? Pag titignan mo yung G-sheets natin, it's 40%. Okay, answer dito class, B, 40% or should not exceed 40% of the market value. Okay, boy tayo dyan. Again, na formula natin, market value, fair market value, times the assessment level. Kaya yung sagot dito is, boy, 40% of the fair market value. Okay? Number 17, you are consulted by a seller of real property as to what documents, prerequisites are needed before a transfer tax is paid to the treasurer's office. Given the options below, which of them is not a prerequisite? Ano yung transfer tax? For example, donor's tax, okay, estate tax. Kailan daw babayaran yun? Ano yung mga prerequisites? Now, ito rin yung mga requisites before i-transfer ni Registry of Deeds yung title from the seller to buyer. Dapat bayad mo na lahat ng taxes, okay? A, certificate authorizing registration or CAR, okay, from the BIR. Sir, kailan ka magkakaroon yan? Actually, yung certificate authorizing registration is a tax clearance from BIR, okay? Ibig sabihin yan, pag nakuha mo yan kay BIR, tax clearance yan. Ibig sabihin, bayad ka sa mga taxes. For example, capital gains tax, documentary stamp tax, okay? So, makuha mo lang kay BIR pag fully paid ka sa necessary taxes, okay? So, A is a prerequisite. B, realty tax clearance from the treasurer's office. Makakuha ka naman ng tax clearance pag bayad ka sa real property tax, okay? Letter C, registration of the document in the Registry of Deeds yan. Hindi yan kasama. Hindi yan prerequisite. Actually, bago ka makapag-transfer sa Registry of Deeds, bayad mo na dapat lahat ng taxes. So, C is not a prerequisite before ka magbayad ng transfer tax. Okay? Dog, official receipt for payment of DST paid to the BIR? Yes. A, B, and D are all requisites bago ka magbayad ng transfer tax. Example ng transfer tax is estate or donor's tax. Letter C yung answer natin dito. 17. Okay, number 18, a parcel of land located in residential area in Malabon City and classified in tax deck as industrial is leased and used as commercial. Residential, industrial, commercial. Anong sir gagamitin natin dyan? What is the classification? What will be the basis of the city government in assessing the property? So yung principle na i-apply natin dito is the principle of actual use. Paano mo siya ginagamit? Okay? So ang sagot dito, since ginamit mo siya as commercial, commercial yan. And yung commercial, yung assessment level natin dyan mataas, 50%. Tama? So for number 18, it's dog. Number 19, which of the following real property tax formulas is false? Ano ba yung formula natin? Well, basically, yung formula natin is assessed value is equal to per market value times assessment level. Tama? So lagay ko dito, assessed value is equal to fair market value times assessment level. Okay? Assessment level is your percentage. Assessed value naman, yun din yung taxable amount natin. Okay? So tingnan natin class. Number 19, letter A. Fair market value is equal to assessed value divided by assessment level. Oh, tama. Pag nilagay mo dito siya, okay. So tama lang. Tama yung formula. A is correct. Taxable value is equal to fair market value times assessment level. That's also correct because yung assessed value is also called the taxable value or taxable amount. Letter C. Real property tax is assessed value. Okay. Assessed value times the tax rate. 1% pag province, pag Metro Manila 2%. Correct. Assessment level is equal to assessed value times market value. O mali yan. Dapat divided by fair market value. Okay? So hindi times. Dog yung answer natin for number 19. Okay, number 20. After the province has constructed a barangay road, the Sangguniang Palalawigan may impose a special levy upon the lands specifically benefited by the road up to an amount not to exceed. Okay, ito siya. Yung special assessment tax. Okay? 60% yan. Okay? 60% of the actual project cost. Now, answer dito class is letter C. Okay? C or D lang naman yan eh. Letter C yan. 60% of the actual cost of the road without giving any portion to the barangay. Okay? Tanda mo yan. Kasi class, according to section 274, lagay ko dito, section 274, nakalagay doon, yung proceeds from the special levy tax, mapupunta yan kung sino yung nag-finance ng project. 100%. So that's why dito, lahat yan sa province lang yan. Okay? So, yan, Sangguniang Palalawigan may impose not to exceed 60% of the cost without giving any portion to the barangay. Walang sharing na mangyayari dito. Okay? According to section 274 of the local government code. Letter C for number 20. Number 21, Mr. X owns an agricultural land with an area of 10 hectares suitable for cultivation, dairying, inland fishery, and other agricultural uses remain uncultivated and unimproved by the owner to the extent of 70%. Okay, so ibig sabihin class, meron daw uncultivated and unimproved na 70%. Which real property tax cannot be imposed? Alin dito yung hindi mo pwedeng i-impose? Okay? A, basic real property tax, pwede? Yes, of course. Special education fund, yes. Actually, by default, yung dalawa na yan, laging pwede yan. Okay? Letter C, idle land tax. Actually, pwede mo i-impose yan. Kasi more than ang rule natin, at least half, tama? Dito, 70%. So, sumobra siya ng half. Okay, ibig sabihin, pwede mo impose yan. Ang tanong sa atin, cannot be imposed. Okay? Answer natin dito, class, is letter D, special levy tax or yung special assessment tax. Wala naman sinabing nagkaroon ng public improvement dito. Okay? So, hindi mo pwedeng impose yung special levy tax. Dog for number 21. Number 22, which of the following rules is not applicable to collection of special levy taxes? A, it cannot be imposed without public improvement. Yes. Meron ka lang special levy taxes or special assessment tax kapag may public improvement. Pag wala niyan, hindi pwede. Letter B, it does not apply to properties which are exempt. Yes. The total amount to be collected should not exceed 50%. Dun yung nagkamali. Dapat 60%. Remember, 60%. Letter C. Actually, mali rin yung D, no? Pero C isagot natin, okay? Should not exceed 60% of the cost. Okay, so let's go to computation. Actually, madali lang yung computation class pag local taxes, no? Let's go to number 23. Okay, number 23. Okay, how much is the aggregate basic real property tax accessible on the properties if the basic tax rate is 1%? Oh, sinabi na. O ano yung tax rate? Tingnan natin class. Mr. X's tax declaration for the year contains the following information. Classification of property, residential. Fair market value, binigyan sa atin, 1 to 50, and may improvements dyan. Assessment level, 15% and 20%. And then, binigyan na rin yung tax rate. Basically, sa number 23, binigyan na lahat. Okay? So, hindi mo na kailangan i-apply yung na-memorize natin na assessment level. Okay? Ganito gagawin ko dyan, class. Meron tayong land. Fair market value is 1 to 50,000. Multiply natin by the assessment level. Kasi ganyan gagawin natin ba? Fair market value multiply by the assessment level. Land natin, 1 to 50,000 times 15%. Sabayan nyo ako mag-compute. 1 to 50 times 15%. 187,500 is the assessed value for the land. Yung improvements naman, tingnan natin class. Improvements, we have 2.4 million times 20%, you get 480,000. So 187,500 plus 480,000, let's compute the total, 667,500. Class, ito yung assessed value. Tama? Assessed value. And then, 1% daw yung rate na gagamitin natin. So, times 1%, times 0.01, you get 6675. Answer natin dito, class, is letter B, 6675. Very easy. Okay, very easy. Number 23. Number 24. A vacant commercial land. Okay, pag commercial, ano agad may isip mo? Uy, pag commercial, 50% yung assessment level niyan. Automatic na yan, ha? Commercial, 50%. Lagay mo dyan, 50% assessment level. Located in a city measuring 1.5 square meters, market value of 1,000 per square meter, tax declaration is zonal value of 900. Ignore mo na yung zonal value. Bakit, sir? Kasi one of the principles natin sa real property taxes, gagamitin natin is fair market value. Okay? If the city has maximized the assessment level, ano yung maximum na assessment level? 50%. And maximum na tax rate. Ano yung maximum na tax rate? 2%. Tama? Ito yung maximum, ha? 2%. How much is the total real property taxes payable? Ganito gagawin ko, class, sa number 24. Okay, dun muna ako sa, computing ko muna yung fair market value. Yun yung first step natin, tama? So, 1,500 square meters times 1,000, yun yung fair value or market value per square meter, 1.5 million. Fair market value ko is 1.5 million. And then, alam ko na yung assessment level of a commercial land is 50%. 1.5 million times 50%, 750,000. This is my assessed value. Tama lang? So, may assessed value ako, 750,000. And then, 2% tayo. Tama? Times 2%. Right? Times 0.02 kasi nasa city daw eh. 750,000 times 0.02, 15,000. 15,000 is my basic RPT. Okay? Basic real property tax ko, 15,000. Tignan natin kung ano pa yung iba dyan. Pwede ko bang i-impose ng Special Education Fund? Of course. So yung Special Education Fund or SEF is 1% of the assessed value. So multiply ko lang ito by 1%. 750,000 times 0.01, 7,500. So yung SEF ko, 7.5, okay, sa SEF. Special Education Fund Tax, 7,500. Now, pwede ba ako maglagay ng idle land tax? Well, obviously hindi. Wala namang sinabi dito idle land siya. Hindi pwede impose yan. Pwede ba ako mag-special assessment tax? Hindi. Wala namang improvement na sinabi dito. So, hindi pwede. So, by default, dalawa dapat. Basic RPT and SEF. So, add natin. Meron tayong basic RPT and SEF na 7.5. So, 15,000 plus 7.5, you have 22,500. Letter C for question number 1. Letter C. Question number 2. If the taxpayer paid in advance, what is the maximum amount of discount that will be deducted from his tax due? Pag nag-buy ka in advance, so just to recall, ang bayaran nito is either January 1, bayaran mo lahat in advance, or pwedeng quarterly. So pwedeng one time or quarterly. Okay? Pag one time ka nagbayad, bibigyan ng discount, 20%. Okay? So question number 1 to, dito naman question number 2. Okay? So ibig sabihin, 22.5, yung total na babayaran natin, and then, ang maximum discount is 20%, so 22.5 times 0.2. Answer natin, class, is 4,500, letter A. Letter A for question number 2. On the other hand, kapag naman late ka nagbayad, meron kang delinquency interest, okay? May penalty ka dito. How much is the total amount payable if the taxpayer pays his real property tax after 6 months? So tanda mo, class, ang penalty naman, 2% per month na interest, okay? So how much daw yung total na babayaran natin? Well, may total tayo na babayaran na 22.5 na tax plus yung interest natin. How much yung interest? So sabayan niyo ako mag-compute. So yung interest natin, 22.5 times 2%, 2% times 6 months. So times 6, interest natin, class, is 2,700, okay? So 22.5 plus 2,700, you get 25,200. 25.2, that is letter C. Letter C. So madali lang, class, kapag yung computation for local taxes. Alright? Let's go to number 25. A parcel of land in Metro Manila was assessed as commercial. Pag commercial, 50% automatic. With a fair market value of 7.5 million. So class, ulit nga ulit. Pag residential, 20%. Pag agricultural, 40%. Pag commercial, 50. Okay, actually, minsan lang tanongin yung industrial, mineral, timberland. So, dapat by heart alam yung residential, agricultural, commercial. Right? So 50% with a fair market value of 7.5 million. How much would be the highest possible amount of annual basic RPT that can be collected from the owner? So, question number 1. So, lagay ko dito, class, meron tayong fair market value na 7.5 million. Tama? Ang gagawin ko dyan, 50% yung assessment level natin. And then, ano ba yung highest possible? Kapag nasa Metro Manila ka, 2%. Yun yung highest possible mo. So, times 2%. Well, yung basic RPT natin, dahil ko lang BRPT. Basic RPT natin, 7.5 million times 50%, the assessment level, times 0.02. Yun yung maximum real property tax natin, 75,000, letter B for question number 1. Okay, the property is located in a municipality. Okay, so tandaan mo, pag city or municipality in Metro Manila, 2% yan. Tama? So, ang gagawin ko lang dito, class, 7.5 million. Question number 2. 7.5 million times 50% times 2%. Actually, ang sagot mo pa rin dito is 75,000. Tama? Sabi ko dito, city or municipality within Metro Manila, 2%. Question 1 is city. Question 2 is municipality. Same sila na sagot. Boy, 75,000. Right? Question number 3. The property is located in a municipality and assessed as residential. So kanina commercial. Tama? Pag residential, ilang percent? 20%. Okay? So ang gagawin ko lang dito, 7.5 million, the fair market value. Multiply natin sa assessment level, which is 20%. Nasa Metro Manila to, so 2%. 7.5 million times 0.2 times 0.02. Answer natin class, 30,000, letter C. 30,000 for question number 3. Okay, easy. Number 26. A local government unit is empowered to collect this tax. Ano dito yung pwedeng kolektahin ng LGU? A. DST. B. Income tax. C. VAT. Yung first three, hindi pwede yan. Bakit, sir? Kasi yung A, B, and C na yan, these are national taxes. Hindi yan pwedeng kolektahin ng LGU. Okay? Dog yung sagot natin. Taxes, fees, charges on jeepneys, pwede yan. Dog for number 26. Number 27. Which of the following statements is incorrect? A. A city can collect taxes that can also be collected by a province. Correct ba yan? So, tingnan natin yung table natin, class. Dun sa table natin on local business taxes. Okay, nakalagay dyan. Pag cities, may levy taxes same as provinces and municipalities. Ano, sinulat ko dito yun. Ayun, may levy taxes, fees and charges, which the province or municipality may impose. Okay, so nakalagay dyan, a city can collect tax that can be also collected by province. Correct. This statement is correct. Letter B, a city can collect tax that can also be collected by municipality. That's also correct. A city can collect taxes that can only be collected by a barangay. Mali. Okay? Nakalagay sa code natin, province or municipality. Pag barangay, hindi yan pwedeng i-impose or i-collect ni city. Okay, so C yung sagot. Letter D naman, a city can decide not to collect taxes that can be collected by a province. Yes, nakalagay dito, may. Okay, may lang ang nakalagay, di ba? Hindi naman must or hindi naman should. May lang yan. So may option dyan si city. Okay, so answer natin class sa 27 is letter C. Let's go to number 28. ABC Corporation's head office is located in Ortigas, Pasig City. However, its manufacturing plant is in Taytay, Rizal. So magkaiba. Tama? Yung office nasa Ortigas, nasa Rizal naman yung factory. Okay? Pwedeng branch or pwedeng outlet. Tama? Now, where should ABC Corp pays the 2% local business tax if its gross receipts total 10 million? So we know class, pag situs natin, pag magkaiba yung LGU ng principal office mo and yung branch or factory or outlet mo, 30% sa principal office, 70% dun sa outlet sales, outlet branch or yung factory mo. Okay? So ang gagawin ko dito class, meron na 10 million. 10 million daw yung receipts. Ang rate is 2%. Tama? 10 million times 2% times 0.02. 10 million times 0.02. Nakuha ko dito class is 200,000. Ito yung total na babayaran niya na business tax. Tama? 70% niyan or 30% niyan mapupunta sa principal office. 200,000 times 0.3. 60,000. Dito naman is 140,000. So yung 60,000 natin, saan yung office? Ortigas. Okay? Yung 140,000 naman sa Taytay, Rizal. Okay? So, ayan. Answer natin dito class is dog. Pay 60,000 sa Ortigas, Pasig, and 140,000 Taytay, Rizal. D for number 28. Okay? So, application yun ng situs of local taxes. Number 29. What is the tax base for the imposition by the province of professional taxes? Tingnan natin class. Sa G-sheets natin, sa local business taxes, professional tax nakalagay dyan, amount reasonable classification as sa sangguniang palalawigan may determine but shall in no case exceed 300 pesos. So ang maximum na professional tax is 300 pesos. Answer natin dito class is letter C. Reasonable classification made by the provincial sanggunian. Letter C. C for number 29. Maximum 300. Take note. 30. A province can impose the following taxes but not. Doon pa rin tayo. Kaya very important yung table na to class. So highlight ko na dyan yung ano yung hindi pwedeng impose ni province. Well, naka-yes lahat yan except dun sa community tax. Community tax, no yan. That's why answer dito is letter A. Okay? For number 30, it's letter A. Number 31. Which of the following cannot be collected by barangay? Okay. Community tax, yes. Real property tax, yes. Barangay clearance, yes. Ang hindi niya pwedeng i-collect, business tax on condominium associations. Okay? So take note class na nakalagay dito, collect. Yung A and B, community tax and real property tax, pwedeng sila yung mag-collect, pero hindi sila yung mag-i-impose. Tutulong na sila mag-collecta. Nakuha mo yun? Yung letter C naman na barangay clearance, pwedeng sila yung mag-impose and pwede sila yung mag-collect. Got it? While yung letter D, hindi sila pwede mag-impose, hindi sila pwede mag-collect. Dog yung sagot natin for number 31. Okay, number 32. Which of the following is incorrect? A. Barangay clearances shall first be secured before mayor's permit is issued by a city. Yes. Kailangan mo yan para magkaroon kang mayor's permit or business permit. A is correct. B. A franchise tax shall be based on the gross receipts of the franchise in the preceding calendar year. Take note, preceding. Okay? Kung how much yung gross receipts mo last year, o franchise tax, yun yung basis ng tax mo. In this case, it's 50% of 1%. Letter C, a local government unit may collect toll fees or charges for the use of a public road. Actually, class, dun sa sample fees and charges natin, na nasa G-sheets natin, last item dyan, toll fees and charges. So yung toll fees and charges na yan, okay, mga tolls, pwede rin i-impose yan ng LGUs. Okay, so that's also correct. Ang mali dito, class, is number 32. So number 32 is letter D. Okay, yun yung incorrect. A professional may pay professional tax anywhere in the Philippines. False yan. Ganito yung rule dyan, class. Yung professional tax, lagay mo dyan, sulat mo, province or city where he practices his profession. Okay? Kung saan siya nagpa-practice ng profession. Profession. Province or city where he practices his profession. Kaya mali yung nakalagay anywhere in the Philippines. Mali yun. Now, pag anong nangyari naman, class, maraming places siya nagpa-practice ng profession, iba-ibang cities, iba-ibang provinces, ang mangyayari doon, class, sa principal office siya. Okay? Doon sa principal office niya. Right? Where he maintains his principal office. So again, ang general rule natin, sa province or city, kung saan siya nagpa-practice ng profession, ngayon, pag multiple cities or provinces siya nagpa-practice, okay, all over the Philippines. For example lang, dun sa kung saan siya nag-maintain ng principal office. Okay? That's why dog yung sagot sa number 32. Number 33, ABC Tracking is engaged in business of delivering sand, gravel, and other quarry resources. Okay, during the period, it has extracted 20,000 cubic meters of quarry resources. Average per market value is 200. The expenses amounted to 2 million. How much sand and gravel or gravel tax is due on ABC Tracking if the tax rate is 2%? Now, dito, class, nakalagay, fair market value daw, tama? So 2% yung dito. So yung nakalagay sa table natin is maximum yung 10%. Tama? Maximum yun, okay? Pwede mo sa baba doon. So in this case, mo sa baba, 2%. Ignore mo yung expenses kasi, class, based on gross receipts. So ignore mo yung expenses. Gagawin ko dito, 20,000 cubic meters, multiply ko sa 200 kasi fair market value, times ko sa 2%. Nakuha mo yung 80,000. Okay, so 20,000 times 200 times 2%, that's 80,000. Ang sagot mo dito, class, is letter B or boy. Okay? 80,000 payable to the provinces where the quarry resources have been extracted. Boy yan. And then, if you remember din, class, sa discussion natin, yung quarry na yan, okay, yung mga resources na yan, ina-allocate yan, tama? Wherein 30% pupunta sa province. So, ang ganito mangyayari dyan, class, kukolektahin mo na ni province yung buong 80,000. Kaya sagot dito is boy. Pag nakolekta na ni province, yung 30% na yan, pupunta sa province, okay? And then yung 30% pupunta sa city and municipality, and then 40% pupunta dun sa barangay. Okay? That's why answer dito, class, is boy. Number 34. Actually, number 34, class, is about community tax. Mabilis lang. Sabi ko kanina, class, tatlo yung di-discuss natin na local taxes. Okay? Number 1 is real property tax. Okay na tayo dun. Yun yung nasa left side ng board. Hindi ko yun in-erase. And then, we have the local business taxes. Basically, nag-refer tayo sa G-sheets natin. And then yung last one, class, na local tax na i-discuss natin is what you call community tax. So, sulat ko muna. Community tax. Community tax. Actually, class, ito rin yung cedula. Kaya bang tawag yung cedula or residence certificate? Or poll tax. Naalala niyo yung poll tax? Okay, sa general principles, actually, meron tayo na I think nasa constitutional limitations siya tayo na no person shall be imprisoned for non-payment of poll tax. Naalala mo yun? Yun yun. Okay, so community tax ibig sabihin nun. Now, tandaan mo, class, na yung community tax is levied and issued by cities or municipalities. Okay? Pag nagbayad ka niyan, bibigyan ka ng community tax certificate. Okay? Again, cities or municipalities, though pwedeng magpatulong kay barangay para mag-collect. Okay? Pero ang nag-i-impose niyan, nag-i-issue niyan ng certificate, cities or municipalities. Right? Now, basically, class, yung community tax is a proof of residence or identification mo yan na talagang doon ka nakatira sa area na yun. Right? Proof of residence siya. Now, actually, most of the time, nagamit mo yan kapag nag-file ka. Example, nag-file ka ng ITR, may hingi ng community tax certificate yan. Sa SIPALI application, I don't know if ngayon requirement pa yan, no? Pero I believe requirement yan, no? And then, ano pa, sa business registration, kailangan mo din yan. Or magpapanotarize ka, minsan nire-require yung cedula. Alright? Now, punta tayo sa G-sheets natin, class. Makikita natin dito, kailan required yung community tax. Kailangan bayaran yung community tax. Okay, so in 4 instances, required to be presented every time an individual. Letter A, acknowledges any document before a notary public. So kung papanotarize ka, okay, kailangan mo yan. Letter B, takes the oath of office upon election or appointment to any position in the government office. Letter C, receives license, certificate, or permit. Okay, and letter D, receives any money from any public fund. So ito yung mga instances na kailan mo kailangan magbayad ng community tax. Okay? Also, the community tax, class, can be imposed on individuals and corporations. Okay? Individuals and corporations. So, tingnan natin, class. Sa G-sheets natin, may nakalagay dyan. Pag individuals, dapat ito yung requirements. Every inhabitant of the Philippines who are at least 18 years old, so take note, 18 years old, are required to pay community tax when? A, someone who has been regularly employed on a wage or salary basis at least 30 consecutive working days, 30 days, okay? Or someone who is engaged in business or occupation, someone who owns real property, 1,000 pesos or more, someone who is required by law to file an ITR. So take note, pag individual ka, kahit alin niya sa apat na yan, kailangan yun yung requirements before ka magbayad ng community tax. Alright? Pag naman corporation ka, every corporation, no matter how created or organized, whether domestic or resident foreign. So again, lahat ng corporations, domestic, resident foreign, or yung mga ordinary partnerships, yung mga ganyan. Yung mga inaral natin before sa income tax. Ayun, yung mga corporations na magbabayad ng community tax. Ang hindi kasama dito, yung GPP, the General Professional Partnership. Kasi class, di ba, sa naalala yung discussion natin ng corporation, hindi naman siya taxable sa corporation. Tama? And in fact, yung GPP is an exempt. Exempt siya. So, hindi yan kasama sa definition ng corporation. Okay, so yun yung individuals and corporations. Yung last part dito, class, exempt from community tax. So, FYI, yung mga diplomatic and consular representatives and transient visitors when they're staying in the Philippines doesn't exceed 3 months. So, ingat ka lang doon sa mga number of days, number of months. So, ayan, usually mga theory questions lang naman yan. So, again, familiarize yourselves doon sa provisions na binasa natin regarding community tax. Okay, so ang important dito, class, is how do we know kung magkano yung babayaran natin na community tax? Ganito yung rule dyan. Like dito, how much? Okay? Ganito lang yan, class. Pag individual ka, actually, dalawa yung babayaran mo dyan. May tinatawag tayong basic tax, basic community tax, which is 5 pesos. Okay? Plus, additional community tax of 1 peso for every 1,000 gross receipts. Okay? So, 5 pesos yung basic tax plus additional tax of 1 peso for every 1,000. Pero may maximum to, class. Maximum of 5,000 pesos. Yung additional tax natin. Alright? So, ganyan yung computation. Apply natin mamaya sa handouts natin. Pag corporations naman, class, tandaan mo, meron din basic tax yan. Pero mas malaki. Okay? So, yung basic tax natin, add natin dyan yung additional tax. Okay? Of 2 pesos for every 5,000. Okay? 2 pesos for every 5,000. Ngayon, class, ang basis natin dyan, 5,000 worth of real property. Okay? Or gross receipts from business. Ayan. Or gross receipts from business. So, palitan natin yung marker natin. So, yan, class, yung magiging basis natin. Alright? So, basic tax plus additional tax of 2 pesos for every 5,000. Ang maximum naman nito, class, is 10,000. Maximum of 10,000. So, sa individual, maximum of 5. Sa corporation, maximum of 10,000. Alright. Tingnan natin, class. And then last one is yung collection. So, sabi ko kanina, pwedeng i-delegate yung collection. Okay? Now, ganito class yung rules dyan, according to the local government code. If yung collection is done through city or municipal treasurer, ang mangyayari dyan, class, 100% mapupunta sa city or municipality. Okay? Now, if naman yung collection ng community tax is through the barangay treasurer, okay, which is normal, okay, barangay treasurer. Now, ang mangyayari dyan, class, maghahati sila. Equal sila. 50% mapupunta sa city or municipality. And then, yung another 50% mapupunta yan sa barangay. Okay, so dito natin. Yung collection, dalawa lang yan. Pwede kang mag-collect yung city or municipal treasurer. Pag ganun, 100% mapupunta sa city or municipal. Pag dinelegate naman sa barangay, yung pag-collecta niyan, 50% sa city municipality, 50% sa barangay. So, 50-50 sila. Alright? Sige, so let's go back to, ano number na ba tayo? I think, nandun na tayo sa number, teka lang tingnan ko lang Number 34. If I'm not mistaken, number 34 tayo. Tama ba? By the way, class, yung basic tax per corporation is 500 pala. Hindi ko nasulat. 500. Ayan. So, basic tax for individuals, 5. So, corporation naman is 500. Okay. So, let's go to number 34. Tapusin natin yung handouts sa ating class. The presentation of a community tax certificate is necessary in the following situations, except A, to acknowledge execution of documents before a notary public, yes. Papanotarize ka. B, to take oath of office in the government, yes. C, to receive any license or permit, yes. Dog yung mali dito. Hindi to receive private funds. Nakalagay dito sa atin, to receive public funds. Okay? Dog yung number 34, except dog. Number 35, non-payment of the following is not a ground for imprisonment. Okay? Non-payment of poll tax or community tax, letter C. Number 36, statement 1, for purpose of community tax, a GPP is taxable sa corporation. False. Again, hindi siya kasama sa definition of a corporation. Number 2, aliens who have stayed in the Philippines most of the time during the year are required to pay community tax. True. False and true. Kasi class, ang requirement natin dito sa last one, ang exempt sa'yo is pag nag-stay lang dito ng 3 months or less. Dito most of the year daw So, obviously, more than 3 months yan. Kaya, kailangan niya magbayad ng community tax. So false for statement 1, true for statement 2, dog yung sagot natin. Letter D. 37, given the following statements. Number 1, a GPP is required to pay community tax. False. Sabi ko lang, yung reason. A business partnership is not required. False yan kasi business partnership is considered a corporation. So magbabayad siya. Kasi ang magbabayad yan, individuals and corporations. Number 3, a domestic corporation is required. Yes. Resident foreign corporation is required. Yes. False, false, true, true. Boy for number 37. Number 38, maximum additional community tax payable. Yung maximum natin for individuals, 5,000. For corporations, 10,000. A for number 38. Okay, 38, letter A. Number 39, an exempt individual may secure community tax certificate by paying. So let's take note na lang dito. So FYI, pag exempt ka, pwede ka pa rin makakuha ng certificate pag kailangan mo. Okay? Ang babayaran mo, 1 peso. Letter A. Okay, letter A. Number 40, statement, number 1. 40, number 1. An applicant for a CPA licensure exam who is a resident of Cebu City may validly secure community tax certificate in Davao City. False. Kailangan mo place of residence. Kaya nga residence, proof of residence eh. So kung saan ka nakatira, doon ka kukuha sa Cebu. Okay, so false yung number 1. The community tax certificate for 2021 can still be validly used in filing the income tax return on March 10, 2020. Actually, true yung class, no? So tandaan mo, ang general rule, sulat mo to. Diba, sabi ko, pwede mong gamit, kailangan mo ng community tax kapag mag-file ka sa SIPALE. Tama? So, board exam. Now, ganito yung rule dyan. Yung year, okay, sa number 40, number 2, ang rule dito is for current year lang talaga. So, ibig sabihin, yung 2021, for 2021 mo pwedeng gamitin. Okay? For current year, except for the period, sulat mo, for the period from January 1 to April 15, previous year. Yun. So, ito yung nasa code natin. So, ulitin ko, ang general rule natin, class, kung ano yung year, in this case, 2021 mo kinuha, applicable sa 2021 dapat yan. Ang exception dyan, yung last year, okay, from January 1 to April 15, take note, deadline ng BIR, April 15, pwede mo rin gamitin yan. Okay? That's why true yung statement number 2. Right? So, ulitin ko, general rule is current year except for the period from January 1 to April 15 last year. Pwede yan. Number 3, an unemployed Filipino with 7 children whose only source of livelihood is to work in his own rice field. Unemployed, nakalagay. Measuring 1,000 square meters may be required to pay community tax. Do you agree? Yes. So nakalagay dito, class, pag individual ka, okay, may 4, tama? Regularly employed, may business, o wala niyan, owns real property. In this case, meron siyang real property. Okay? At least 1,000 pesos or more, so let's assume na 1,000 pesos or more to. Therefore, kahit unemployed ka, as long as may real property ka, babayad ka ng community tax. So, true for number 3. False, true, true, letter B or boy. 41, barangay, statement 1, barangay treasurers can be deputized to collect the community tax in the respective jurisdictions. True. The printing of the community tax certificate shall be caused by the BIR. Yes, si BIR bahala mag-print yan. The community tax shall be paid in advance in the place where the principal office is located. Yes, pag corporation ka, principal office. No? So, true, 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 letter C for number 41. Number 42, if the community tax is collected by a barangay, the collection, letter D, shall be apportioned equally between municipality or city or municipality and barangay. Okay, so again, pag dinelegate mo sa barangay yung pag-collect ng community tax, maghahati yan. 50-50 sila. Yung 50% sa city or municipality, another 50% dun sa barangay. Alright? Number 43, ayan. Madaas yung dahil lang yung computation dito. Tingnan natin. Mr. X, 25 years of age, who has been regularly employed, had the following data during the year. Meron siyang salary, meron siyang gross receipts, and may expenses. Ignore mo na yung gross receipts. Usually, class, ang tax base natin, again, ignore mo na expenses kasi ang tax base natin dito, gross receipts lagi. Tama? So how much yung gross receipts natin dyan? Salaries, 500,000, plus yung dormitory, 150, plus passenger jeepney, 200. Na-compute mo yung 850,000? Tama, ganito gagawin ko dyan. For number 43, pag individual ka, magbabayad ka ng basic tax and additional tax. Obviously, yung basic tax, always 5 pesos yan. Hindi yung babago yan. So 5 pesos. Yung additional natin, ang gagawin ko dyan, in-add ko lahat ng gross receipts. So ulitin natin, 500,000 salary, gross receipts from dormitory, 150, from passenger jeepney, 200. Na-compute ko is 850,000. Tama? So, ang gagawin ko lang, sabi dyan, for every 1,000, 1 peso. So, 850,000 divided by 1,000 times 1. Okay lang. Okay? 850,000 divided by 1,000 times 1, 850 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, class, 850 additional. May basic tayo na 5, 855, letter D or dog. Okay lang kasimple. Dali lang yung community tax. Uy, last 2 items na. Let's go to number 44. Mr. X, a resident of Katipunan, Quezon City, owns a restaurant in CM Recto Avenue, Manila, and in Cubao, Quezon City. In 2020, it had the following data. Gross receipts, expenses. I-disregard mo na yung expenses na yan. Ang mahalaga sa atin yung gross receipts. For number 44, Okay, tingnan natin ha. Question number 1. The total basic and additional community tax payable by Mr. X. So meron siyang basic, it's always 5 pesos. So individual dito si Mr. X. Additional, community tax, compute natin class. Additional, well, meron tayong gross receipts sa Manila, 5 million. Quezon City, 3 million, tama? So that's 8 million. So ang gagawin ko lang sa additional, 8 million divided by 1,000 times 1. Okay, 8 million divided by 1,000, you get 8,000. 8,000 to, tama? Kaya take note class, baka magkamali ka dito, may maximum tayo na 5,000. So ingat ka na sa limit. So hindi mo gagamitin yung 8,000, 5,000. Because nag-exceed siya sa limit. So ibig sabihin, 5,005 yung sagot natin. Letter B or boy. Question number 2. The community tax for 2021 is payable on or before, tanda mo class, not later than last day of Feb each year. So laging ang bayaran mo, last day of February. Okay, last day of Feb. Therefore, ang sagot natin sa question 2, always yan ha, Feb 28, 2021, letter B or boy. Number 3, if the tax is paid on April 30, the amount payable is, so dito, ang penalty mo rin is 2% per month. Okay, pag may late payment ka. Alright? So, ang total due natin is 5,005. Okay? Now, so 5,005, and then, yung interest natin, kasi meron tayong, ilan yan? Feb 28 yung last payment, tama? Nagbayad April 30, March, April, so 2 months delay. Yan ito gagawin ko dyan. 5,005 times ko sa 2%, kasi 2% per month, times 2%, times ko sa 2, kasi 2 months. 200.2. Tama? So, ginawa ko dito, 5,005 times 2% times 2. Nakuha ko yan. So, 5,005, answer natin dito class, 5,205.2. Letter B or boy. Okay, so last one is for number 45. Number 45 naman class is corporation. Pag corporation, basic tax natin is 500 pesos. And then, additional 2 pesos for every 5,000. Worth of real property, okay, yung assessed value ng property, and gross receipts from business. Take note, class, na yung real property applicable lang sa corporation. Wala dito, gross receipts nandito, pag individual. Okay? Corporation yun. So, tingnan natin. Alright, gross receipts of max. Tama. So, 45, tingnan natin. ABC Corporation, a domestic corporation, had the following data. So, cash sales, 4.5 million. Sabi natin yan. Sales on account, hindi. Kasi dapat gross receipts, dapat na-receive mo na. Cost of sales, nope. Expenses, nope. Dividends, na-receive mo yan? Yes. Usama yan. 4.5 million plus 150,000. Plus, meron tayong zonal value, meron tayong assessed value. Tandaan mo, class, yung pinag-uusapan dito is the assessed value. Ignore mo yung zonal value. Okay? So, add natin yung 1 million na land. Add natin yung sa building na 1.6 million. Na-compute mo ba, class, lahat? 7,250,000. So, na-compute ko na gross receipts dito, 7,250,000. Okay? Now, ang gagawin ko dyan, meron tayong basic tax, which is 500. And then, meron tayong additional, which is 2 pesos for every 5,000. So, divide natin sa 5,000, multiply natin sa 2. Tingnan natin, dapat hindi siya mag-exceed sa limit natin. 7,250 divided by 5,000 times 2. Nakuha ko dito class is 2,900. So, hindi naman siya nag-exceed sa limit natin na 10,000. So, yung additional natin is 2,900. 500 plus 2,900, you have 3,400. Answer natin dito class is letter A, 3,400. Okay? Ayan. So, I believe na-discuss ko na lahat ng kailangan mong malaman about local taxes. Okay, so class, that's the end of our discussion for local taxation.